In the studio, we have the special guest, ACP. you must have, look, your entry, man.
I had to do the Ric Flair.
Oh, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Were you watching WWF when you're growing up, man?
That was literally my childhood, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, how you been, sir? How you been?
I've been good. Look, we tried to do this interview a long time ago, man. I was sending you text messages and stuff like that, and just want to say sorry because during that period you had losses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We had COVID and stuff like that. Now, how have you been?
Look, you don't need to apologize for that. We're here right now. I've been good, man. It's frequent.
Yeah.
You know, and still going. So I think it's getting really good at the moment. It's actually getting really well.
Hip hop artist, producer, songwriter.
At the moment, not producing at the moment, but rapping, songwriting. Yeah. Used to produce.
All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about that soon.
All right.
We'll get on to that.
Where did the name ACP come from, man?
It's Anthony Colin Prasad.
Just the name?
Yeah, that is just my name, and I just went with the initials, you know. So yeah, ever since I started wanting to be a rapper or artist, yeah, it just came clear. It was supposed to look. I always thought of different names. There was AVP, ACVP.
What was AVP?
AVP was Anthony Virendra Prasad, but
wow.
But Virendra was my dad's thing, and back when I was starting, kind of wasn't in my life at the time.
All right.
And but it's not about that. It's the sound of it. ACP, AVP. I think it goes more off the tongue. ACP.
Yeah.
You know.
Sounds good too. ACP.
Like MC. You know, it's supposed to just come off the tongue. But I stuck with my ways with what I did.
No other nickname and stuff like that. I always ask people.
I never had Tony either.
All right.
For my normal name, you know what I'm saying? I never really had that. No. But, yeah. So it just went with that. I went with that.
All right, beautiful. When did you develop the interest in music, and was it always the genre hip hop?
Growing up, I used to listen to at the wrong age. You would say if you had kids, you got kids and stuff, right? You got kids.
I know.
So growing up, I remember playing Hit 'Em Up and stuff by Tupac Shakur. But that was my sisters, right? And we were young. I was 7, 8, and I remember my mom putting us in the, downstairs to take call and putting us in a conversation and telling us this is not good music. This is horrible.
But it doesn't work. Were you a teenager
I'm
then?
not hearing the lyrics.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the actual vibe.
Yeah, the vibe.
But hey, the energy of it too. But if you thought about it, he did diss Biggie in that.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
but
for sure.
The longer we grow older, we learn, hey, man, there was a reason because he thought that there was something going down there. He was suspicious. He was paranoid over Biggie.
All right.
So
you're always a hip hop person.
Oh, yeah. My sister Jill used to have the Friday soundtrack. Have you seen Friday?
Yeah. Everyone has.
Yeah, and then she had the Last Meal by Snoop Dogg, the Chronic 2001, but that was just before it.
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me was probably the album that really got me where it was this is music. Two Live Crew as well, and if you know Two Live Crew, I shouldn't be listening to that at that age. But
yeah, I'm surprised.
the sampling was great. The music was great. It was more sampled from an actual, if you know So Def in 97, 96.
Not a lot of people know them nowadays, you know.
Yeah, So Def back then was a record label, but also
you're really lucky to have the opportunity to grasp.
Those times I was listening to those sounds, and there was African Bombada and stuff, and those sounds would go and replicate into So Def music. They would take those sounds and make it into modern for those times in the 90s. So it caught my attention very young. And then nostalgic took over when I was older, when I heard it again, because you forget about those albums sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Then it hits you. And then you're like, oh, I feel like I'm young again. So it was a different time for rap, man. I for me, I always think the definitive times.
Do you appreciate that you had the opportunity to listen to that type of rap?
Look, just like how Pac had his problems with the media and stuff. Yeah. My parents were coming at me like that as well. So look. I was young though. I understand that. Probably be when I have kids or something, I'm gonna be like, I'll play Pac, but I won't play that kind of Pac right now.
This was all in Melbourne because I read somewhere that you were born and bred Melbourneian.
Yeah, East Melbourne boy.
Jeez, man.
Okay, so I moved so many places. If I can go down for my fingers right now.
Yeah, you can't
So
even.
it's East Melbourne, then we were in South Melbourne, and then we moved to Corinda, and then we moved to, after that, we went to West Side, so went to St. Albans, Sunshine a little bit, Interval, right? Then we went back to, then we ended up in Westall, and then we ended in Corinda, and then after Corinda, yeah, it just came to a point
I
where
lost count.
yeah, it's literally a lot. And then there was like 5 more houses after that. But then it ended up in Chadston, man.
All right. You love Charleston?
Yes.
Much more quieter than, some
Look,
suburbs.
Look, I would love to stay in Flemington or something.
All right. Yeah, everyone knows. Yeah,
It's just really nice, like very modernized.
I know what
very-
you mean.
Yeah, beautiful kind of a thing right there, man. It's different.
Congratulations, man, ACP.
We getting lit.
I love this. Congratulations, man. Your new singles is out on Spotify. So one, talk about it, featuring what's his name?
Adrianus. So Adrianus is my boy right now. I was saying by his like real name because that's the respect I do. I met him a few years ago. Was in Point Cook, and then he just came up, and then the stuff he would show that what he's doing. It was like anime music, but very, very like different. Like it would go into different kind of sections, and it would keep evolving. And I was like, whoa! And then my idea was like, this guy got on his own. And then one time I was like doing like, when we were doing during COVID times, like last year, maybe a year and a half ago, we had to do these kind of things because I did the master class for something in Point Cook. It's called Music Valley right now. Shout out to Steve and Michelle. But they were doing a couple of master classes there. We had students. And he was showing what he did with jazz. And oh my God, it's like he could do futuristic and very go back.
Wow.
He could do everything that I've seen him do mostly.
That was during the COVID time anyway.
Yeah, it was during a But when it comes down to it, then I was like, let's work. And then Believin' came out. And then Purple Ranger came out. And something, and then this one right now. This one that it's called Talk About It. It's literally
What is it about?
okay, well, see how I do with certain musics. You know how rappers these days, they don't really get into an actual way of actually like saying a lot sometimes in their lyrics. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get like into a way of
You're
just
a
rhyming.
true lyricist.
Yeah, but sometimes I want to chill. I want to just say some things that probably doesn't mean too much, but it's like, hey, that song's good. Like it's up to the person. It's up to the listener. It's up to the listener, really. But he's very talented, and to even work with him in the first place, I was just.
So who asked who to do what? I mean, like in terms of looking for the music,
Believing, yeah,
for the beat and stuff
I think
like that.
I must have told him if you have anything with rap or anything, just send him along. And I think we did, but I was chatting to him way before that, just because I like his
How
talent.
long did it take you to have this single out?
Oh, this one lately.
Yeah,
It wasn't that long, but
because
it wasn't. He's in Indonesia currently.
all right.
So what happened was he was
Because
there.
it's number 24, right? I saw you written on Facebook and you said single number 24.
Yeah, it's
I follow you, see.
so since 2019, it's been 24 singles.
And you were thanking him for being able to work with you.
Just it's him, it's Michelle, it's Steve. It's the people I met him.
You have good sort of like crowd
it's kind
that
of
you
like
work
that.
with.
It goes
Yeah.
down like the table like that. I like when I did Funkalicious. If you heard Funkalicious, I made
Yeah,
that
I
with
know.
Michelle.
It's
So
on the album.
yeah. So you know.
Yeah. Because I wanted to say it seems that you managed to work through the COVID-19 pandemic, and you've also released an 11-song album, Struggle,
For
the
peace.
Struggle for Peace.
Well, look, the album was always an idea. I didn't think when it was gonna come up, and then it just stuff aligns. You got a good producer on your case. You got songs you already released. You got really good artists that you're working with that you're proud of, which I really am. B. Dakin,
Yeah.
Congo. I got a guy that I went to high school with, and we were talking about a rap name from when we found it ourselves.
Walk us through the process. How difficult was it to put up a body of work in this period? COVID.
I was studying when I did it, and
Wow.
and I shouldn't have
So you
done
were
that.
studying.
Shouldn't have done
COVID
that.
was there.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
And the album.
Energetically, I shouldn't have done that.
Walk us through it.
Mentally, I shouldn't have done that because I was already going through mental fatigue because of class. I was studying at AIM, and I was doing a music and arts management class.
All right, beautiful.
And look, I just want to say, Ian, if you watch this, I love you, man. Like the guy is just so cool, man. But he's an artist manager.
All right.
The really cool thing about him, his friend is David Bowie's last manager.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then we went to Foo Fighters State where he told me he met like David Grohl, like he met him, and I was like, okay, so I'm just meeting this guy, and I already like really like him, and then it just came into a situation where I respect his culture because he knows what artist management is, and the way he
And
teaches.
has he worked with Dave Grohl before?
No, he's seen him backstage as an.
Because the work ethics that Dave Grohl has is like incredible.
He's one of
you
my-
still remember when he broke his leg, but he kept on going with the concert?
Yeah, that's
what
rock
the
star,
hell,
right?
man?
This is like one of the last remaining true rock stars out there. That's a single artist.
Mm-hmm.
There's many, but to me, he's like because I'm.
So you're working with good people, good
like-
work ethics.
Look.
So working during COVID was just another day in the office.
To me, I don't see it as worth ethic. I see it as I'm working with really talented individuals.
All right.
And I don't see myself any higher than they because I respect the hell out of them. You know what I mean?
You're actually a humble person.
They got their thing, bro. They got their thing, man. That's when I hear stuff that's very like something I would listen to. I'm like, hey, like, you want to work? Or like they do it to me. Congo was very easy to like get into that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Why calling the album itself "Struggle for Peace"? Were you struggling for peace?
The name that it
Were
came.
you in war, at war, or whatever?
Okay, the Struggle for Peace came from years ago. So I did a mixtape on SoundCloud called The Struggle for Peace.
Yeah.
And at that time, I don't think I was going through struggle, no peace. I was going through a peaceful time in my life.
All right.
Right? It was more like I studied, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right? I think the name came because I was just looking through, like just naming the best ones I could. So I would just name stuff and just keep going with it. And that one just stayed. So I did that. And then I remember meeting my dad a couple of years ago. So like I didn't know him all my life, right?
Oh.
And this guy comes up and just shocks me because my expectations was kind of low. But then when I saw him, I'm like,
Had he told you like I'm going to meet you and stuff like that?
well, yeah. So he was like he lived in Vegas, right? So
Wow.
those are kind of like stuff that was going on. But when I was ready for like taking a little bit of like, you know, what I felt. I'm not seeing him, and he just like this like it was gone because I just saw the person he was, and then I was like, hey, it's not even worth.
Yeah,
like,
worth it. Yeah.
It's not worth it. He's like changed a lot, and then when we were at the house because we were just doing our thing, and then I mentioned a couple of things about my music. He said to me, "That's it." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "I like that name. Where do you get that name? But where'd you get it from?" I'm like, "Oh, it's one of my old mixtapes, you know." I'm like, "It's already passed though."
Oh,
And
yeah.
So you know, he's like, "But that's a good name." That's what he said. So it was like making this album. I think I was going through. I think I already lined up some of the tracks I did before, and and I'm lining a couple of other ones. So yeah, it's kind of easy just to do that for me.
And talking about your dad too, your mom is very supportive. I saw her at the drum the other day. She came, you know, she's supportive and stuff. How much support do you get from, you know?
Look, I love my mom. My mom is literally one of the strongest people I know, right? So like it gets to the point where because she lost someone when she was 89, she lost her brother. So when it comes, he's the reason why I kind of do this as well because those vinyls were there. The music style was there. My sister kind of went through those stuff and became, but she was like growing up with them as well. So it's like I kind of learned off her as well. So it's like, you know, it's without my family, I don't think I would be here right now in a way.
How many collaborations? Or I mean, like artists on the album itself?
Oh, that's easier.
Yeah.
If you could say how many collaborates you done since
No.
2019, I would have been like, hey man.
That's too long,
okay,
man.
so Beat Dake, we got Money Reef, and we got Congo. That's the Jungle Boys. They all together. They do their thing.
All right.
Beat Dake, man. I hope you're doing all right up there, man. Keep your chakras open, my brother. These guys, man. These guys to me are like, they're just very good human. Like to me, they're different entities in certain aspects as an artist. When you see an artist and you work with certain people, you just want to, you know, you feel that certain way about people. I'm kind of speechless right now because I can't really further explain how much I like care about these men. Also, when it comes to Solo, Chief Solo, he CS, his name is. I know him since high school, and then I think about nearly like 2 years now. He's literally not just taught me about music, but I helped him as well. And then I kind of see him as like just a guy that's coming up in there, and I wanted that. And he's unique with his voice as well as a walk in the world right now. Not many rappers out there that walk. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
So I love what he did with the intermission. To be honest, I was like, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Okay.
3 songs that you can say these are the 3 songs on the album itself that always difficult for you. That's a hard question because all of them are your babies.
What do you mean difficult though? What are you getting
Yeah,
at?
I mean, like they're 11 songs, so
Yeah, no.
it's difficult for you to choose 3 on
Okay.
it.
So you try to tell me, I thought you're saying like pick 3 songs from the album that were difficult, like.
No, I'm just saying, yeah.
Okay, so not emotionally difficult. Okay, I will go Be Somebody if that won't be on there. Sublime with Congo. And I will also be close to that third one. Because it's a good album. To me,
Yeah, it is.
No, I'm not being cocky.
I've got my list
I'm
here.
being cocky right now. I just knew that the people on there as well.
Okay.
I'll go off to the next.
Oh, yeah. That one was very difficult for me
I
too.
love Congo.
Yeah.
I love Congo's presentation on that. And I love the way B-Dake did his thing on there. You know, to work with the 3 rappers on one track was always something I wanted to do in my life.
Right.
It was like, a collaboration, but actually have like 3 rappers, like
Off to the next didn't make it on my list.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah.
What was it? Tell me.
All right, so I had. It is actually.
What was on the list?
Off to the next. Oh, so it is.
Okay, so
Because I was gambling. Off to the next.
I said Sublime. Off to the next and Be Somebody. What did you do?
What the Top Gun?
Oh, you like Top Gun?
Yeah, I love Top Gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's the one I don't like as much.
That's how I feel like that's ACP there.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me drink to that.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you. ACP
Wow,
Top
that
Gun.
was the one. Look.
Yeah,
the
man. I don't know why you don't like that
The
song.
reason why I did the first song is because I want people intrigued of the album.
No, but that's how you sound. That's how I
And
saw
I did it
AC.
right. That's why I did I lined it up right, I guess. Thank you. I appreciate that. I literally don't think that's the best one. I don't think I like the middle better than that.
Oh.
Okay. So we're kind of like, yeah, I look.
I say all the songs.
I appreciate that. I like that. That's really cool.
Have you ever felt like people misunderstand you? I mean, the true meaning of your musical message. I mean, like, for example.
Look, the only reason why I'm laughing is because I felt that way about what I do. So it gets like that.
People misunderstand you and stuff.
You want to start with Shots Fired? Do you want
Yeah.
Okay, so like, see how I did that with Shots Fired?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Like, okay, that song was made in the studio. All right, this set out. The beat was played. Congo goes in there, does that chorus. Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. You know what I'm saying? Shots fired.
Shots fired, yeah, shots fired, shots fired, shots fired, yeah, shots fired.
I know Congo. I know Congo.
That's my homie right there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, woo, like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm like, that's a good chorus, man. And then I already got like something on my notes. And I'm hearing the beat and I'm listening to one of my past notes, which I don't do often. And I'm like, you know what? I might use this and see how it goes. So I went with that. And then everything was lined up, everything was done. Now, certain artists have said certain things and implicated that this song is not very well received.
Yeah, okay.
Now I'm saying to you, Congo did the chorus if you think we're taking shots at anybody. But
That's what Congo came to the studio and we're like, you never know, man.
He wants to be like that.
Did you watch the video?
He's an enigma, that man.
Yeah.
He's an enigma. So
Yeah.
look, he's a charismatic enigma. So what I'm trying to say is, look, it's good. I see his point. If we released that when we were big, and we had Twitter back then, people would be like, hey, man, who's that for?
Yeah.
My verse, if you hear it, is not as bad. I'm trying just to flow with the song and go with it. And then, of course, everybody else is going to think of the things.
Okay.
Nah, man, it's just how it goes. And look, I'm not taking shots at any rapper. I love working with any rapper if I get a chance. I love Melbourne rappers in this Victorian rap group, like this entire chain of rap. There's so many. I've been to Water Gardens. I've been to like Essendon, Point Cook, you know, Dandenong. I've been around and I've seen these artists.
But beef is
They're really talented
beef
ones, yeah.
is part and parcel of hip hop industry.
Oh, but you know what
man.
kills? Do you know what?
Do you find yourself being a target?
If I am a target, I am unaware. And if I am, then hey, look, I'm humble.
Do
And
you target some people?
no, anybody that comes out there that thinks that I'm competition,
That's them.
it's up to them. I don't see them as a, because I'm doing what I'm doing, and I've been doing it since I've been doing it because I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying?
But would you prefer a competition sort of like
No.
hip hop?
No,
Just do you?
no, I'm here to show who I am. Why would I do a competition to get like? Look, there's so many artists that do these kind of things. They beef because they want to get a next sale. And
I find you avoid beef. Even you did what, love somebody and stuff like that.
Look,
That was a beautiful.
which one? Which one?
Love somebody. Yeah.
Oh, is that from Be Somebody or?
Yeah, be somebody. I
yeah,
love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very the message itself, just
Look, I started with a song called "Without You," and that was, you can find that. I think it's should be on there. If it isn't on SoundCloud, I will
Spotify.
no, it's on SoundCloud. But I released that, right, and that was the first time I actually saw myself writing in this way where I could like say things that I felt but be real about it in a certain aspect. And I felt like, oh well, okay, that's interesting. I didn't think I could go that kind of level.
Yeah, and it's different because sometimes you can go hip hop, rap, then
Yeah,
you can go,
Yeah,
be somebody is
yeah,
sort of like a different
Look,
vision
that's what I'm
of.
telling you. Shots fired. That's all I'm saying. It's like, look, representation is important. I get
Yeah.
that, but for me, it's like, let me spit my verse. I don't. If the beats sound good, I'm gonna get in. That's how I feel. And if everybody else wanna say, hey man, that's taking shots at other rappers and shit, like that's the message you want to portray on that. That's how you feel. That's not how I feel on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, I like writing stuff that means something.
Yeah. And also there are a lot of people around that you work with, be the drum and stuff like that. Can you identify some of the brothers that you can give respect
Shout
to?
out to Billy from RB. Shout out to Trilogy. Shout out to Mr. Congo. Shout out to DJ Ron.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to, I'm going to say him soon, but I need to say Philosopher X as well. A bond.
Oh, James.
I need to bring a bond. on
Yes,
this.
sir.
But yeah, like
What have I mean, like these brothers? What did they do for you?
okay. So it's a really good question.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I love that.
As a whole, not
I love
individual.
the way you got
you can
structure.
individualize them.
You got such a professional structure and a very good way to just keep it going. I love that about you. For Philosopher X, I met him, we're going like maybe 5-6 years, maybe even more. We had this conversation where we were on top of the hill at Cranbourne and we were just on top of there. Maybe smoking something, maybe not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we had this kind of thing where we're like, see this hill, like we're up here now, but we're gonna go down in a way because we're
Eventually.
up, right? Yeah, we're feeling like, you know how people say when you're rising up, we're already up on the hill. So metaphorically, we're feeling like, okay, so we need to get down this in a way so we can go back up. And then he just started doing these amazing things, man. And this Channel 7 stuff he did with the award, and I've been watching him and just proud of the guy. Really
Very
am.
proud of him.
Like, like he just keeps going up. And then then he did this thing called the R Beach, and that's where I heard about it from him. So I rocked up, and then I met you, and then second time I did that, then it's like, look, but to say like I love the guy, right? But when I walked into the doors, I already worked with like Mega Love, who currently lives in Queensland. Shout out to you, bro. What up, Brett? The Hitman. How are you?
All right.
I was working with also Michelle. I was working with I already had like 5-6 singles already on this platform.
Yeah.
So of course, but Congo.
But
really,
the support of the boys itself, it was.
yeah, it's like it's walking into the doors. It just felt like I felt like at that time I was taking a break, but little did I know that it would just restart in a great way to keep me going. And I would thank a Bond for that. Bond is the reason why it's gone to 24 singles. It could have stayed at like 10.
Wow.
So there you go. The album's also like, come on, man. The album's got Congo. Wouldn't have met Congo without him. So
Are you an independent artist?
yes, I am. I'm sound
Why?
solely by myself.
Why? Why do you choose not to have
Hello? No, I'm
management?
joking.
Do you have? I mean, like, why don't you have like management? Because for an artist, they always tell me if you're an artist, you need management, someone to organize what you're doing and stuff like that. Monitor whether you're going to be
But I
recording.
studied in the music and arts, like I told you.
Yeah, you
undergraduate.
did.
And
So
it's music and
it's
arts
difficult.
management. So I'll tell you, look, it's. Do you know I usually buy your CDs and stuff? I would be like $20 for a CD and stuff. But streams is not as much, right? So you gotta like, as an independent artist, if you want to make it, you got to do a lot, right? That's why I respect it. Kind of if you make one track with a big artist, it's like you're there, kind of there. People are already paying attention to you. What do you do next?
Are you ready to put in the work as an individual? Because you said you don't have management, so that means
I
you're
studied
ready.
it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I know you
So
started.
like I'm ready. I seen the bad parts. I've seen the good stuff. So I'm trying to go more on the good right now
All right,
rather
yeah.
than focus on the other stuff. Because hey, man, chakras open.
What
meditate.
will it take for a record company to sign you in? Because
No, they
obviously,
just-
as an
they- no,
independent
if
person,
they like what I do, and they think like you songwrite, you rap, like you do your thing, and then that's it. That would be if they're trying to like change me too much, then I'll be like, if you know what's better.
would
for,
you say no?
if they know what?
Oh, it's difficult because
Look, it's
obviously
like going
everyone
to-
is looking to eat.
Yeah, well, look.
The money
At
talks.
first, I would be kind of hesitant, but then I'll be like, "Hey, hold on, is this like class
Bring
though?
it on,
Is
yeah.
this like class though?
Because probably they might
I'm
change you.
ready
You
to
might
learn,
you might be singing like Celine Dion and stuff like that.
Celine's
Like
amazing.
ACP. What's
Celine's
going on?
amazing. I like that. I like that.
I love it.
You know,
I mean, like, but
hell of
the
a voice.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
genre is different.
yeah. Look, this generation is different. So look, if you don't know about it, they might know something you don't. And if you want to take it on board, I'm willing to do that. But I ain't going to be
Somebody else.
somebody else. Yes. Oh, bruv.
What are your work ethics? Like, I can't do this in hip hop, or I won't cross this line or stuff. That's some of the things that you see.
Brother, you're platforming this for artists. You're doing this. But yeah, look.
thanks.
You are. What was the question?
Like, what lines can't you cross?
Okay. As an artist,
Yeah, you go like, man, ACP, I can't cross this line. If someone says this, like offers me this and stuff like that.
oh, okay.
You know how people do like a
supposed to say-
devil's due and stuff like that.
You want me to say all this on the air? I thought I wasn't free. I thought I was
you
free.
are free to say anything.
Look, it gets to the point where I've lost someone like Prince, who's the greatest artist that ever lived in my heart.
Yeah, I love
I
Prince.
grew up like
I love Prince.
So when he passed away, I stopped producing, and I kind of gave up a little bit because he was something that was everything to me in a way.
Wow.
So that man is getting emotional a little bit, but he's one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in a way. Realizing him, and I love you, Jose. But she's my sister, and without her, I probably wouldn't know how great he was because she has everything of his,
Everything.
nearly like a diehard fan, and Funkalicious wouldn't exist without that song, or like because of Prince, like there's also other people that Funkalicious wouldn't exist because it lined up during a certain time. Something came up and I was like, hey, that beat came there, but I got something to write. And Josie, like, I love funk music because of my sister. And Funkadelic to George Clinton to Earth, Wind and Fire,
Wow.
Kool and the Gang, like
Wow.
those are the Peaches and Herb, man. Like it's like it gets to those kind of things where I'm just like, I love funk, or love like a really like get down kind of stuff. I dance. I've been dancing since I was very young. So I'm a dancer as well when I perform.
Your
So
videos, yeah.
so it's like my family is really what it is. To cross that line, like you said, I would not do what I do. Is because one question: why would you want to? Think about it. If you start what you're doing, right, and you love what you do, why would you want to go that level? Because you want to get higher to where you get, right? I don't see that me and myself. I see like
you
I
don't.
want to get higher, but I want to do this as who I am, man.
All right. Keep ACP.
Intact. Yeah. If anything goes wrong, you all see it.
Yeah, for sure.
It goes to the people who know.
With all this happening, with the COVID thing happening, man,
Yeah.
and everything happening with Corona, do you find yourself being cautious and restrictive with your everyday life? I mean, shopping, going out and, going for concert. Do you feel like things are limiting,
Look, creativity is never limited. It's never limited ever to me. Put me in a situation where it's limited, we're going to start a war. Our brains are powerful. One mind controls everything. Our spirit, our energy, staying positive, keep going. How we control our actions. It's literally who we are, right? So I see as my creativity is still intact, I'm still here. That's how I feel.
How do you see, did the government handle this situation, the coronavirus thing? How do you feel about it? Do you feel like the government has handled it so well?
Don't let people come in internationally yet. Don't do it. Kids keep coming. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Australian citizens, though. Yeah, let them stay where they are. They got their visas?
Do you believe in
They got their visas?
Yeah,
Let them stay where they are right now.
Do you believe in vaccination?
Let everybody go through a struggle then if we're going through it. The whole world's going through a struggle, let it remain until it clears out.
Exactly.
Sorry, but it kind of gets to that kind of thing. They open the borders for certain people, and then we got the Omicron variant now. Where did it come from? You didn't came from here?
Nah.
Yeah, it came from somewhere else, right? So,
I know. Yeah.
Look, even though that is the slightest of the worst, the other ones are worse, I'm still saying that's the one that kind of duplicates everything. That's the one. I think that's why we got a rise in cases right now. So it's they say certain things. I won't be shocked if we're another lockdown, even though that Andrew said we won't be.
We are going to be locked down again as well.
See, you believe that.
Yeah.
Why do you believe that? Now I'm asking you the question. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I think we're going to shut down.
Yeah, look, if we do shut down, then it's all right. Let's get the numbers down. Right? We have to put it on delay for everything else to happen. We want to live our lives again, not get sick. Okay, so look, to me...
Vaccination itself, do you believe in it? Because some people go like, it doesn't work.
Next question, no comment.
All right.
You know how people are.
Yeah, I know. People will be very judgmental. Your material, man, where can people find your stuff?
Okay, go on ACP 91 on Instagram. That's my advice. You can actually do it as well. So Instagram.com/ACP91. And then click the link that's on the bio part on the top. Then you'll just see where my work is. You'll find it yourself. Making it easier for these people to find me as well. Kind of keep it structured.
Yeah, I understand you have been studying music and can you tell us more about it?
It's getting to the point where I don't think I should have done it at the time that I was doing everything.
Why?
Because it was just constant. So many things was happening at the time. Music, album, doing songs of Congo, But it came to the point where I'm grateful for it because it's past. I've done it, and doing it at the time that I did, mental fatigue, constant energy, not the best. It was a course that really was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life when it comes to studying. Energy fatigue.
How did you get through it?
Mental fatigue.
How did you get through it?
I got through it because I love what I do and I believe what I do. And I'm still here doing it. You can't stop me now.
Now that you have all this information, you started music and stuff, looking at ACP 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and the ACP.
I'll be like, hi, I'm a rapper. My music's on SoundCloud.
I
got that SoundCloud. That music don't sound that good though, cause not mastered though, but it sound good, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
No, look,
it does.
Look, my voice wasn't the best then. My lyrics probably was the best thing about why I continue. That's it. I believe I've grown. I believe like a flower that grows or a tree that goes up takes time.
It does.
I think by 2018, 2017, it's where I'm like, okay, my voice is getting to that point where I'm liking it. It takes a long time because I did it like 2009. I thought I had it.
2009, you were in high school, right?
Yeah, I studied literature.
How did it actually start?
So literature was a class that brought me back into it. So I love Lil Wayne. I know artists these days will say, no, these artists these days will agree with me. Back then, I don't think so many would. Called himself the best rapper alive, and I kind of agreed at that time.
Oh, yeah?
That's how much I love the man. I love that man back then. I think No Ceilings, that mixtape, Carter 3, Carter 2, Carter 1, hustle music, man.
Yes, sir.
He just had that kind of thing, man. That hustle music, like instrumental.
Real music, yeah. Look, a lot of people don't understand how Lil Wayne got to where he is.
Dude, when he did that performance with that guy that's got problems right now, the Robin Thicke, when he did
Oh,
the
yeah,
Grammys,
yeah. I know.
and then he worked with many artists during that time at the Grammys time because the Carter 3 was booming then, you know, with our million stuff. But you gotta understand, it's not about his album sometimes, it's stuff he does like behind the scenes as well, if you're a real fan. But the metaphors, the way that he was going with his written work, the way he would just make really good beats and have that connection, it's respect. It's like, man, like you're making me follow you and I'm not disappointed every time. It's like constant respect on his end. So I kind of like saw that, and then people used to call me Wheezy at school because I had that voice. Because I was like, Young Money, you know. Like I used to always like do something that reminded, like, because they know I'll be listening to it, you know. Sometimes in class where I'm like, "Got me fucked," I'm like, they hear my headphones, they're like, "Play that Wayne again." It's like my boy Sammy, right, that lives up the road from me. We're going 12, 13 years now, now, right? So I remember like the reason why I love him so much is because it was the Lil Wayne. Like we knew about the Wayne. But we were in like class, we're chilling and stuff, and he playing that George Michael Amazing, that song. And I stopped and I'm like looking through his playlist and I'm listening. I'm like, George Michael Amazing and shit. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you got actually like, you shocked me with your stuff right now. So I love that song. I think Amazing is a really good song by George Michael. When he passed, rest in peace to that man. Very talented. Look into the certain things he's done, and you know, as an artist, but. For Lil Wayne, right, as the culture he does, he brought up so many artists as well during that time. Drake, Nicki Minaj, put them on
for sure.
Look at Drake, how big he is right now.
Look at Nicki.
The work says it itself, right? It's manifested in a way for him like that. But I followed him at a time where his mixtapes was on like crazy. And I think he loves Prince.
And I know which period you're talking about too.
It was crazy. I think if you listen to the Rebirth album...
Do you have a favorite producer that you work with? You have worked with for a long time or someone?
Currently. Yeah. The one that comes that it's just, hey man, I need some, but also sound really good though. Off the album, what song do you like the best out of the album? Let's just say that. I want to know from you. And then let's just see if I get it right.
Which one?
What's the best song off the album? For you. On my album.
Obvious, yeah, Top Gun.
That's the guy I'm thinking of. So that's Brock. That's off 10.
Oh.
Okay? So he's done beats.
Melbourne?
Yeah, he's here. He's right here. Anybody want to contact Brock, holler at me. Like the guy does really good work. Right? So I think most of the album is produced by him.
Who did Sublime?
Ooh, that's Anno Domini beats. That's different. That's I was fortunate to find that when I was just starting to realize I got people that would master and do a little bit of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that to me is I get that every month in a way too. I get new beats every in a way. I'm very fortunate with what I have. I can't really talk about it. I just grind.
Come on, it's exclusive.
I grinded to get there.
Yeah.
Some artists need to grind, and that kind of thing is. I mention the producer's name, you know, always do, but I'm not gonna say where I got there and how I got there. There's some things that
you're selfish. ACP.
Not selfish. Very grateful.
Share the information. Share the love.
I always will.
Yeah, I know.
I think like if you want to go and see Michelle, go to Music Valley and Point Cook. If we're talking about Melbourne, then we're out of range. People will find different ways to get it. And
do you think they're gonna open again? Like, what your expectations with venues and stuff?
Okay.
Because you're an artist, you expect them to open and all that.
Well, I'm waiting, and yeah.
How do you see it? What's your vision like?
For my vision, everything will clear out if we get into a possible lockdown again because the numbers will go down. Logically, that's how it should happen. But if the numbers keep going up while we're in lockdown, something is wrong. Okay, so we don't know. I can say one thing.
Don't you expect us to live with it? Don't you expect?
It's okay.
Sorry, man.
It's okay.
Do you expect us to live with COVID, like to normalize it?
Look, I didn't think the cases would go this high currently. No idea. We're on zero, and then we're just in the tens of thousands. It's like it's realization hitting us in the face again. Like Melbourne hasn't gone through enough already. You know? So when it comes down to it, it's literally, as a group, we need to be as we are right now. Because the numbers are good. We want our freedom. We do. That's what the entire world deserves it. We were born with it. and we've been restricted by it, right? I think we can't be silenced. That's what the beautiful thing is.
Obviously.
I think that's the most beautiful thing about this. Is that we can't be silenced by all our actions. So I love the marches in the city. That's why I love these kind of people are coming together, because they see something wrong with the government. They see something wrong with how their family are. They see the wrong with the mental health part. They see something wrong with all these kind of things. Okay? That's a beautiful thing. But it's in a reckless time. As artists and people who work, little businesses shutting down.
Yeah.
People are shutting, like legacies being tarnished. Suicides. If you want to go to the
Now you're going deep.
Yeah, well, why would I not? Because this is the effect. This is the brain. This is how it works. The brain goes into a certain aspect. Okay? I feel for these people. I don't know them, but I understand they must be going through something we don't know. And that's why this is not good for us. Creativity is always going to be alive, bro. You know this. Just how it works. We're just dealing with something that needs to pass. I think this is the longest struggle that I think every individual person has currently, that's literally everyone can have, that they currently have.
As an artist, how do you see yourself in terms of performance and stuff like that? Do you think you're going to be back in the clubs where there are a lot of people, or online selling is much more?
I'm cautious about it. I'm cautious about it, you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
How do you see it? What's your vision like?
For my vision, everything will clear out if we get into a possible lockdown again, because the numbers will go down. Logically, that's how it should happen. But if the numbers keep going up while we're in lockdown, something is wrong. Okay, so we don't know. I can say one thing.
Don't you expect us to live with it? Don't you expect?
It's okay.
Sorry, man.
It's okay.
Do you expect us to live with COVID, like to normalize it?
Look, I didn't think the cases would go this high currently. No idea. We're on zero, and then we're just in the tens of thousands. It's like it's realization hitting us in the face again. Like Melbourne hasn't gone through enough already. You know. So when it comes down to it, it's literally, as a group, we need to be as we are right now, because the numbers are good. We want our freedom. We do. That's what the entire world deserves it. We were born with it, and we've been restricted by it, right? I think we can't be silenced. That's what the beautiful thing is.
Obviously.
I think that's the most beautiful thing about this, is that we can't be silenced by all our actions. So I love the marches in the city. That's why I love these kind of people are coming together, because they see something wrong with the government. They see something wrong with how their family are. They see the wrong with the mental health part. They see something wrong with all these kind of things. Okay? That's a beautiful thing. But it's in a reckless time. As artists and people who work, little businesses shutting down.
Yeah.
People are shutting, like legacies being tarnished. Suicides. If you want to go to the
Now you're going deep.
Yeah, well, why would I not? Because this is the effect. This is the brain. This is how it works. The brain goes into a certain aspect. Okay? I feel for these people. I don't know them, but I understand they must be going through something we don't know. And that's why this is not good for us. Creativity is always going to be alive, bro. You know this. Just how it works. We're just dealing with something that needs to pass. I think this is the longest struggle that I think every individual person has currently, that's literally everyone can have, that they currently have.
As an artist, how do you see yourself in terms of performance and stuff like that? Do you think you're going to be back in the clubs where there are a lot of people, or online selling is much more?
I'm cautious about it. I'm cautious about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm cautious. But if they put me on, they put me on. I'll be there. And who wouldn't? As an artist or a rapper. Or
You
DJ,
don't mind the
or a
crowd.
singer or guitarist or in a band. You know what I'm saying? They want to go out there. We were shut down momentarily. We had the longest lockdown in the world.
In Melbourne.
No, in the entire world. We were shut down the most in the entire world momentarily.
Yeah.
There's another country that did it.
Yeah.
But we had
Melbourne itself.
So like Melbourne, like we're in Australia, like Melbourne, the state. You know what I'm saying?
So if you hear people going like, we're going back on lockdown, what do you think?
We've been
It's
through
just
it
a
again,
normal,
we'll get out of it again.
It's just a normal
We've
thing.
been through it again, we'll get out of it again. You know?
ACP, let us know where we can find your stuff, how people can contact you.
But that was a real question, though. It's real. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, all streaming platforms where you listen to your music, including SoundCloud. Got some freestyles on there, got some demos, you know what I'm saying? Mostly if you want to hear my actual stuff, like my actual singles and stuff, go catch me on Spotify, Tidal, or Apple Music. If you got like the other ones, I'm pretty sure it's up there in Amazon Music, you know. I'm on every streaming platform where people are using their music and they're listening to it. That's how we work.
All right. How can promoters? What can you say to promoters who are looking for artists like you? I mean, like, how can you?
It's always out there. There's always someone out there. Music could change in a second, evolve in a different way if we just sign a different artist. The new way of wave could start with an artist. Lil Wayne did it.
Yeah.
I mean, some certain artists do it. You know? Because they got money and stuff. That's how it works sometimes. But in the struggle, I think the real artist that's making the change right now is not really developed yet. We don't know yet who that next artist is. We don't. I'm not saying it's me either. I believe in that. I think there's a lot of, like Michael Jackson and stuff. Come on, man. It started as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Michael was everything to me in a way as well. When he passed, I was silence. Prince was anger. I was angry. Michael was total silence because I was like, been hearing about his stuff for a long time about the media and stuff about him. So it's like, it was not as shocking, but it was disappointing, sad, you know? It's a guy that goes and helps the kids and goes and does humanitarian work and writes really good music about the world being healed. And he's gone. How many artists do that these days?
Very few.
That's right.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's why we need to keep looking for it.
What?
Not saying we have it in the studio right now. We got this new artist.
What message would you tell other artists who are just starting to get into the music industry?
Keep grinding. If
hip hop,
if you believe
whatever,
in what you're doing, if it's starting in a way that you know that it's an understanding of why you're doing it, if you're writing it down, if you're doing it in the studio, if you're fortunate to have a speaker and a microphone, if you don't even have that, if you're just writing and you feel your voice is something that's like that, go and keep doing it and see where it gets you.
Any shout outs?
Yes, Philosopher X, Mr. Congo, DJ Ron.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Slick. Well, there's so many names right now. You got me like going all over the place.
Yeah.
Billy, my boy, and Billy from our beat, two different Billies. Sam from up the road, Sam and Shalini in America. My sisters, my Ava and Jack, my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, man. You know what I'm saying? Any producer who has helped me during this ride, any masterer who's helped me make this my music without me hearing it yet, to the people who have just kept me going, thank you so much, because this is just how it goes. I'm still here, and I, just like my dad told me, keep going. You don't know what you got yet, but keep going, son.
And also for the young people getting into music, you can also be a mentor, man. Just show them the ropes.
If anybody needs it, I'm there for advice. Don't put me as a label or that kind of stuff. I just want to just
advise.
Just be there as a friend or as a person. I don't want to see myself as a mentor. I think that's a big name to put themselves as.
All right.
Oh, I'm a mentor. Like I've got like knowledge to everything. No. I know everything. Oh yeah, is that an employment? Is that a paycheck?
You're direct, man. I like that.
Is that a paycheck for a mentor? Yes, it is. Well, fuck you then. Motivators shouldn't get paid. Motivators should just be there to console someone.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's why I think we are living in the struggle. Because there's just constantly money-hungry people.
Yeah.
While there's so many people in the struggle trying to say they're learning from the struggle. I've learned from my struggles, bro. And I'm just saying, if you're a mentor and a motivator and an influence in someone's life, you want a paycheck on that? I wouldn't sleep if I did that. I would do it for free.
Beautiful. This is the Ponderer Show. My name is RonRon Okwara in the studio. You have heard it for yourself. ACP. ACP is going to give us, 2 or 3 freestyles.
Before we do, oh, well, you shocked me.
Yeah, man. I need you. You can't leave. You can't leave.
You're shocking me on this one.
Without showing us a little bit of talent, man. Let me look for something online.
I think we went to discussions about this kind of stuff to the listeners here listening right now.
Yeah.
We went to discussions of the stuff I listened to and I sent him a few links. Let's just see what he does.
Yeah.
And let's randomize it. You know, look. I'm just before we do this, I'm just saying to sit here right now and to have this kind of setup, and I appreciate it, dude. Like I really do.
Man, I want to thank you for just coming here.
Thank you.
This proper support. 2022. Oh, I didn't say it when we started the interview. You're the first one who have actually dedicated themselves to come to the studio to support.
When I saw you the first time and read your energy and the way you were, I'm like, then I saw what you did after that. That's enough said.
But no mercy. Now it's no mercy time. I just want to see.
No mercy.
Yeah, I just want to see if they say ACP is who he say he is. You ready?
Spot, bro. That's how it works.
All right, let's do this.
Listening to DJ RonRon right now. You know what I'm saying? This ACP coming up straight down here. We in Cranberry right now.
Yes, sir.
You know, only the best. And the up and coming. Let's pay attention to the future. Let's keep going.
Yes, sir. You ready?
Yeah, man. Money and business is the only way I try to get it. If you wanna keep on going, at least you got your credit. Some people wanna mess with you and don't even see it. We gotta keep it down the list, sure it's free fix. Yeah, I'ma counting on my flexing. I'ma do it with my real rappers, better pay attention. I'ma fire freedom, I'ma go up like a dragon, at least a dragon. And soon enough, I'ma keep going with my rapping. Light it up because it's just the way I love it, dog. Put me up in the stuff, I'ma hopping like a frog, going like a rabbit. A lot of things that happen and I couldn't imagine enough if I didn't have these artists. Yeah, but these haters and suckers, they make me nauseous. I'm about to do it away, that's just a policy. I'm about to step this up, ain't no one stopping me. We could go up in the county blessing like 1, 2, 3.
ACP. Try this one. Try this one. Try this one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Try this one.
Okay. That was my grind.
Yes, sir.
These people trying to see us as nothing. Better keep on doing it, making your money. They you see yourself as something. We bout to head up our classes, we on our subjects. People wanna tell us we out there, but we never clubbing. Maybe if a producer or another promoter, we bout to make up some money, coming back like the owner. We can do what we wanna and keep on doing that stuff. I used to smoke that aroma of marijuana, but I'm not doing that these days. I need to meditate, I need to stimulate. I'm on my grind, I gotta educate, but that's just me though. I ain't never fucking around with people who ain't never seen me as evil. Nah, see, that's the way that I gotta live though. If you gotta be evil for a second, you live it by your heart sometimes. People wanna come back in here, try to fuck up your grind. I'm telling them leave that bullshit behind and come back and unwind. Why say evil in the first place? Because sometimes you gotta get angry to show them in their face. It's the destruction of a life that we're living in. Never give in. Never ever try to give in.
ACP. The lion himself. You ready?
You gotta be, look.
Yes, sir.
The reason why we gotta be evil sometimes is because some people just don't understand.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. People can see it like, oh, you're being straight evil. No. I'm being aggressive because it's not the way we should be living.
And it's a grind too. Are you ready for one last one?
Let's go, man.
Can you introduce yourself? Who is this person?
I'm ACP. If you don't know me by now, you will soon. And if you don't, and I won't, then I don't care. I'm doing what I love anyway.
Yes,
So,
sir.
don't give a shit. Yeah. 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 Standing on my making and my man with the soda. Now I got my homer coming up, crossing borders. Twin Impala coming up, that shit be imported. Everybody wanna try to change it with the story. Everybody really got an appetite. I'm about to keep it like a Friday night. Wearing blue tonight, not the kryptonite. Got the green with the Superman and take flight. Send it to the girl, she on Skype. Gotta put the cash right on the site. Everybody wanna pump with you. Soon enough the haters say I'm not in love with you. I don't care though. I don't wanna be here, I'm with the weirdos. We could try to do that, cause we love it. But you gotta understand we put it in public. I haters, I will shove it. I love it. You can never put me down. I was getting it, couldn't be talking about it, gonna get the credit on my side. I'ma do what I wanna do. It's been on my mind. Go out there and be somebody. Yeah, never hurt nobody. On change over here, probably. We going up, the thing will never be on the Molly. I'm about to go and hit up in the district. Call me up. Yo, what we doing? I was slurring, cause I've been drinking enough. I've been changing on my purpose, cause I'm living enough. I don't even give a shit about it, tell them. We bout to do it every day, cause I'm loving them. Yeah, this guy right here, he said it on the table. We bout to live in this life, this shit ain't a fable, we say it. Keep the beat going. Keep the beat going.
ACP. This is the Ponderer Show with your boy DJ RonRon, the Gaston Gladiator. ACP in the house.
Glasses up.
Yes,
if
sir.
you don't know, you know now. If you don't know, then you know now. It's about to go down. Yeah. I appreciate it so much, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming to the studio, man. This is incredible. I love your freestyle. And I hope you come back sometime soon, man.
Let's keep going and see how we go.
Like I said, 24, that's the number we are on singles. How many albums?
My uncle passed away when he was 24 years old. Oh. So to round it off like that, it's kind of like a, it's for, right now, it's for him as well.
All right. When is the next album? When are we waiting for the next album?
Let me keep grinding, man.
Pressure.
Let me keep grinding. An album
sir.
is an album. An
Yes,
album is love. An album is it's attention. And I'm never gonna be studying while I do another album.
Oh yeah, that's
Never
true.
doing that again.
No, don't do that again.
Too much work. But if it comes to me in time, it'll come to me in time. I'll let you know. We'll be talking about this.
Yes.
I'll be like, hey man, it's beginning. It's like, right now, I just wanna with the artists that we currently work with and stuff, like they grind, man. Their mind, their grind, their spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love artists. They
Resentless.
yeah, they just keep going. And Congo is like it's like a different animal. And I met my animal when I met him. It's like almost like, ooh, like you step in the booth like that, and I'm like, oh wait. He don't know how I step in, and then we're both like agreeing with each other. Like,
wow,
you know, it's a different kind of thing. It's like when you meet certain artists, oh yeah, they could take their time sometimes.
Yeah.
So hey, look, to be honest with you, if I take my time on my craft too much, I'll go insane because I gotta keep going forward sometimes. But I need a break. Every person needs a break. But Congo, it's like when I was going through my struggles with my dad and my brother and all those kind of things. I think
he was around.
He was someone that we both had the same, like I had a different outlet and he had a different outlet, but it somehow connected in a way that it worked for us. So when he said I got beats, I got beats. At a time I didn't want to really do anything, and then I heard his, and then he heard mine, and just started going again, you know. Wow. And that's just the love of what we do. But yeah, I love that man. I think as the family man that he is, the way he grinds, you know. Oh man, the stuff that he talks about too. It's like he's so funny too. So it's like he's helped me realize that life is more beautiful than sometimes meets the eye.
Yeah.
And you gotta keep going sometimes,
yeah.
You know? And there's people in my family like that as well. There's people that I met in my life. They know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the continued grind for music is it's always seemed to amaze me. Just like the time my dad walked into that house. He changed my entire thing, but the way I thought of him. And music has done that in the last year. And I never thought I would get this far now.
Because I was going to ask you, what's music to you? Is it a sort of like a meditation? Is it
it's
sort of like
in my life? Because it's meditation music. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, sir.
Because without that, I wouldn't meditate as much, you know. And It's harder to meditation without sounds. For me, other people are different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's literally everything to me, and it's positive. You know, when people say, "What do you mean by everything?" I mean like everything. When I mean say everything, it's everything. You know, try to take it away from me, then we're gonna have a war. But, like I said, the last freestyle I did online is that what did I say in my latest freestyle I have on Instagram? I said it's about peace, not war.
Oh yeah.
Don't disrupt my peace. I don't think anybody in their lives want to be like that. Have probably problems. Other people don't know our family and stuff. You know how it works. You know, your
And
family-
energies are different anyway.
yeah, people try to mess with your family. You're gonna do what you gotta do to get that out of your way. Don't try to do that to what I love either, because it's just how it works. I will fight for it, but at the moment I'm very peaceful in my life.
All right. You feel like at the moment the space of mind you have is different from last year's.
It's a very good question. I'm gradually changing. I feel like it's graduate. Like I don't even know if I know the person from last year. It's just how it works. We keep learning.
Yeah.
Our structure is if you have the way of life that it just makes you keep learning with certain things in your life, it's kind of like a blessing. So why question it? But
And
very good question.
appreciating the lessons you're learning.
Yeah, and it gets to a point where it's just like it is what it is. But then it gets to a point where it's like, yeah, it's continuing, and then I'm grateful, and then I meditate on it, and then it's this question here is kind of like
Because meditation itself comes in different ways. How do you meditate? Because some people actually just
okay. I found multiple ways of meditation, and multiple things help me in multiple ways.
that's why I said, how do you meditate?
I do it like it could take a few hours. It could take 20 minutes, 7 minutes. Some of them. It depends on my day and what I need to bring forth to clear my energy to make it positive. I think everybody deserves to meditate. But
Creates a positive.
well, that's how I feel. Other people must deal with it their own way. And if you're still going in the way that you are, I love you guys. It's just me. It's just what's been happening in the past few years with Dad and Brandon. It just I needed to. Before Dad was in the hospital, I looked it up and stuff. I'm like, I might do that one day. And then when Dad was in the hospital, I'm like, hey, I gotta do this.
Did he work?
Yeah, it kept me working. It kept me. It made me do my studying and keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? So it hasn't disappointed me yet, and that's why it's a different thing. To me, it is because I never thought I would need it because I've been through a lot when I was young. I had multiple operations when I grew up and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that nothing will actually make me learn, only myself. And sometimes that's the ego talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
The
what
ego
you mean.
always gets in the
I
way.
know exactly what you.
So the ego gets in the way, and then you realize, oh, there's a way to lower the. Sorry,
What's the routine for ACB?
the routine for me is right now.
When you wake up every week.
Work out, cardio. Like to me, that's the main thing for me. And then I'm out there like adios, like I'm zapping.
All right.
Cardio to me is something that I did 2 years ago, and
Is it helping?
yeah, look, the way of the brain works sometimes when you're going through a lot. It gets to a point where it could be a lot, and then that just frees it a little bit. Doesn't clear everything though. You got your problems. You better deal with it.
All right, you can't run away from
you
your
can't
problem.
run away from your stuff, man. You can say it does, but you're just lying to yourself. But it makes the body feel good. It makes the brain feel good. But that's why I love meditation as well, because you learn stuff constantly. It's a learning process. It's literally I'm not the person I was 3 years ago, and I can see that person sometimes. I can see that other person. I can see him, because you would see him sometimes when stuff goes down, and he'd be like, "That's what I would usually do," And then you're like, "I'm not that though," and then you're like, "That's amazing," But for yourself and for other people, it just gets to like it's growth. The most beautiful thing in life is growth. If when I kept moving and stuff, like I said in the beginning of this interview,
Yeah.
I hated change. I hated it.
Everyone does, ACP.
No, a constant change
Yeah.
like that was too much for me.
All right.
And that's why by 2013, I kind of like did my course in radio and stuff, and I took a break for a little bit. But I let go of myself too, because I just didn't want to do that much anymore.
Oh.
But things come in your life to change and become a better person.
What came to your life
Just
to change you
people.
being a better person?
People. Look, I don't think I can say that on the air. But
Oh, yeah.
it's just people that come in your life and they just they make you see. They make you
Really?
think
Yeah.
their drive, their style. You know, like not to duplicate it. Give it your all. Free somebody. Go out there and be somebody. Don't act like you need somebody. Get that money. Treat somebody. Give it your all. Free somebody. Call her right back cause she trigger happy. She's like futuristic heartbeat, feeling chappy. Drinking so much but I'm still standing.